Good greetings everyone, Rusty Dog here and welcome to my Sunday live stream. Hope you've all had a good week and yeah, we're back mining again. Yes, again. More mining. Well, I've been having a bit more success with it lately. And for those still maybe unsure of how to pick out the mother lode asteroids, we're going to be doing that hopefully. And yeah, the stream says profitable exploration, but that's probably not going to happen today, I don't think. I'm being told that it's probably not as profitable as I thought it was, but my intention was to go out into deep space and do some mapping of some previously undiscovered gas giants and whatnot and see how many we could make. But I still think there's money to be made out there, providing you have got the motivation to map planets and whatnot, as long as they are terraformable and good. You can. I made nearly $1 million on just one mapping, so I'm just going by my previous experience, but clearly it's not the same for everyone. So we're going to be looking at mining and then possibly moving on to a new ship build. I'm in Delcar 9A, obviously, because it's here that we find the thing that everyone's looking for these days, which is the void opals. This has got nothing to do with dodgy cars that Vauxhall make, and you probably have to be English or German to get that. But yeah, this is where the money is at the moment, void opals, and also there's another one apart from void opals, which is particularly plentiful in its stuff, but I can't remember what it was. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just checking out on Inara here, because there was another one. There was void opals. It's not grandidorite. It's something else. It's not alexandrite. Let me just run through this because I had it in my head and I've forgotten about it now. All right, hold on. So, yeah, okay. So here it is. So, void opals, and the other one is benitoite, benitoite. I haven't found any whatever hotspots yet, but we are in a void opals one, and to get to this, as you can see, we are in Delcar, so it's this one, this guy here, Delcar 9, and we just did map the rings, and we have 2 void opal hotspots, and I'm here in my mining Python. So I've gone through the ship loadout before, so I'm guessing I'm not going to need to do that again, so let's just get on with it. I have got back to my 3 billion balance, which is quite nice. So things going okay at the moment. Hopefully I'm going to lose that probably on this stream, but we will see. So I have arrived here at Delcar 9A ring, one of the opal hotspots, and I'm about to engage analysis mode and bring out the pulse wave scanner. Right, so. Oh, is it zoomed in again? Okay, thank you. I don't know why it's doing this. This is a thing it's doing every time now. Let me see if I can fix this, because this is something it's been doing the last couple of weeks, and I think it's because I'm using well, I'm using some plugins, but I don't know. I don't see how that should affect it. But I shouldn't have to keep telling it to rescale this. Okay, let's get rid of it altogether. So, bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to re-add the actual game and see if it will just fix that way. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm going to see if I can stop this because this has happened a few times now and I'm not really happy with the situation. So let's have a look. Elite Dangerous 64, and I'm not going to force the scaling on this one, but I'm going to tell it to scale up to there. Okay, good. Nearly ready. Right, let's see if that is going to stay corrected now. All right, so you don't have to engage night mode at this point, but you can. I did try mining yesterday in virtual reality, and it was okay. It wasn't any more difficult to spot the Fisher asteroids, the Mother Lode ones, but one of the advantages of doing it in VR was the fact that I was able to look around. Every time I'm pulse wave scanning like this, I'm able to just look around like this and just check everything that's getting scanned. I can look, oh, there's one over there, or oh, there's one over there. Where here I'm kind of locked into the cockpit because I don't have the dexterity to move the cockpit around on the monitor while I'm doing this. So let's just get in. We need to float above the top here. I think most of these mother loads seem to be on the fringes. So I'm going to set the scanner going, and we're looking for big bright ones with lots of, see this where you've got you can still see the it's not bright enough, it's nowhere near bright enough. So okay, let's have a look at the live chat while we're doing this. So Andy K, hi to Andy K, and Vexlith, Commander Budman 1 AO, Alt Avatar Gaming, Alexandra Gober, hi Alexandra, Sinclair Research, yes, and a happy Christmas, yes. Oh, Christmas is coming and it will go quicker than you think. And Tritium 8, hey Tritium 8, how are you doing? Alright, look at this one. Ooh, this looks promising. It's glowing bright red, just what we like. Right, is it Mother Lode? Well, let's stick night vision on and find out. And I've turned down 3 Mother Lode asteroids recently. This is a Mother Lode one, by the way, as you can see by this formation right there. Okay, that's your telltale sign, and that's how you spot it. Without night vision, you can still see it depending on the light. You'll sometimes come out as a black mark, but night vision really, because that's kind of hard to spot in there, but it lights up like a Christmas tree when you have night vision on. It's the same markings that you get behind surface deposits, but these don't have surface deposits on them. So that's how you know 100% guaranteed that is a Mother Lode asteroid. Now, I've turned down ones where it's been full of bromellite. I just can't be bothered with that. So I'm not going to bother with those. Alright, so I know for sure that this is what I want. So now it's a question of when do I get the collectors out? Well, by the time I've got the next asteroid located, these collectors are probably going to run out anyway. So I think I'm going to do it now. I'm going to open the cargo scoop and get the collectors out and ready. And I did fail on an asteroid this morning. I went over yield, and yet yesterday when I was doing this, I didn't miss a single beat. Everyone got honed in optimum yield. It was brilliant. Right, so let's send the Prospector limpet out. I haven't refilled on limpets for a couple of days, but I haven't needed to either. I'm doing okay with these. Got 60 odd left, which is plenty for now. And we got void opals. So kind of really want to I really want to get this right here. So I'm going to go for some of the high strength ones. I did have a thought about going for low strength ones on asteroids that were rotating at a fair whack, because that way I wouldn't have to hold the trigger down so long and they wouldn't be They wouldn't land inaccurately. But then, of course, you need more of those. And because you're racing against the clock, you don't need to do. You shouldn't really be doing that. So I'm going for high strength here, where possible, because then I don't have to fire as many, I don't think, and I can save time. But see the charge thing built up there. I wonder if you can go over high. There's an average one there. Where is it? Is it close by? No, it's just here. Now the Python's really good for this. It's really quick at placing itself. That might have been a bit under, but I think the other one might have been over, so I'm okay. Let's find another high one, I think. We may be able to get away with a high one here. I'm not going to risk losing my yield here, so I'm not going to be sticking high strengths on low fishes. I'm not going to be practicing that method. Let's just bring the ship down a little. Still got a minute to play with here. And this is a high strength, so bingo. So we're going to just go back, pips to shields, and detonate it. Nice. How do you identify a mother lode asteroid? Oh, did you just miss me telling you? Well, you'll have to wait for the next one. I think I could have got back a bit further. Yeah, I could have. Anyway, my collectors are now out there. And we've got... It does tell you how many you get, but I didn't see it. It disappears too quickly. Now, while this is happening, we can use the abrasion blaster to... There's too many things going on here. We can use the abrasion blaster to take ones off the surface, but I'm going to let these collectors pick up a bit more first. And always make sure that the belly of your ship is not being hampered by anything underneath. You want a clear path. Oh, someone's having a mine there. Are they? Yep. The old-fashioned way. Yeah, you want to make sure that your belly is clear because you don't want to disturb the collectors going in. And just let them freely roam, which is why I'm not going over to the asteroid yet, because I don't want to put these collectors off by banging it, because they're not very clever. They bang into things and blow up, and I don't want to lose any yield whatsoever. Hi, Rick Midkiff. Hi, Rick. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Yeah. This will be the last stream before Christmas, guys? So, yeah. Stocking up on opal void opal presents. Yeah. And Alex, you have to spell mother lode right before you can identify them. It's 2 words, mother, and lode is L-O-D-E. It's 2 separate words. Anyway, I think we are almost done. What is that? Is that somebody mining over there? Because there's nothing on my scanner to say there's a ship there. Right, so with the abrasion blaster then, and I am aware of that there's an exploit, a mining exploit right at this point. But I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be playing it fairly. So let's switch onto the abrasion blaster and let's start pumping off these ones here. All these ones that are in the what is it, hexagon shaped. Oh, there's one over there. Perhaps I'll see if I can take these off. I'll just target these manually. And I think that one's there, is it? Yeah, indeedy. And I've got another one here. So, Alex, how do you identify a mother lode asteroid? I'll try and show you on this one, but there might be a lot of dust here. So, when you approach an asteroid that has got a mother lode, you will see patterns on it in night vision mode. I'll try and find one for you, but the way this is split apart, I don't know. If I see one on my travels, I will let you know. What I'm pleased about with this is that the void opals that are on the surface, or whatever it is on the surface, doesn't have a timer. The integrity is not going down on these things, so you've got all the time in the world to shoot these off. Now these are currently coming in at just under 1.7 million per ton, so they're quite profitable. But you have to check Inara to know where the latest prices are, because it does vary. Currently I'm taking these to a system called Keres, or Keres, which is like the word series, only with a K, Kereis, and I think it's Dixonville or something like that. Just making sure to keep the belly of the ship free from any obstruction so that the limpets can do their job. Have I left any around? Let's have a look. That's a bit big as a demo. Yeah, these rocks, because they've split up, they're not really, I think that's the fractured, is that the fractured side? Can't be, unless it's rotated. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a limpet that was like a big one, that was so strong that you could plant it into the asteroid and it would use thrusters to stop the asteroid spinning? That would be nice. Oh, I tell you what, being up close like this to an asteroid in VR is amazing, because all these granules here, you can see each one glistening like sugar. You can see it here, but I'll tell you what, in VR it looks quite cool. Right, do we have any left? No. So we're just waiting. I think all of our collectors have, for some reason, they've all decided to die. So let's get them out again. Put the belly of the ship up here like this, and we'll just watch them as they finish their job. So this is my Python, codename Dreary, and she's been very helpful to me the last couple of days. Right, let's have a look. Cathena. Oh, it's not an exploit. Fine. I'll use it next time then. Maybe when I dock now, I'll use it. We'll go and cash in. The thing is, I have to cash in 6 or 7 jumps away. But yeah, it feels like an exploit, whether they say it isn't or not. It feels like an exploit, and it does. It just doesn't compute right in my head somehow. But yeah, we'll go for it. So yeah, no zombie gaming. Good day to you, sir. Extra P, mainly play in VR. That's definitely the best VR game going. Well, that's subjective, I'm sure, but it is certainly one of the best VR games. In fact, if I had to only choose one game to ever play in VR, oh my god, would it be Elite Dangerous, or would I choose one of my driving simulators? I'd probably choose one of my driving simulators, if I'm honest, because I get a lot of pleasure from playing Elite Dangerous on the monitor as well, because you get much higher quality and definition on the monitors. But there's no doubt that Elite Dangerous in VR is pretty special. David Chandler, by exploit do you mean Abrasion Blaster exploit? I do indeed. We'll get to the exploit, Alex, don't worry. I'm not sure if it works 100% of the time. I think it depends on your conversions and stuff. Project Cars 2, yeah, that was kind of, they kind of built that in, they kind of built VR into that game very, very early. So yeah, right, so that's it then. We have 3 collector limpets which are about to die. Look how my ship gets a puff of smoke when they deliver it. Okay, so what have we just got right now? So if we look in the inventory, we've got 18. Look at the galactic average on that, 183,000. Do not be fooled. It's around 1.66 million. So if we work that out by 18, then that's 30 million we've just done right now. 30 million just by blowing up that asteroid and getting an optimum yield. Without an optimum yield, man, are the results different. Wow. Okay, so now we have to go back to pulse waving mode. And I'm going to try and give myself some kind of a bearing as to where I'm going, because I don't have the planet in front of me, and nor do I have the actual hotspot locked up, which I like to do. So where is the hotspots? The actual, let's call it the center, is only 6 kilometers away. So I'm going to make my way towards the planet, I think. And that way I can keep a frame of reference to make sure I'm not going over old ground. Okay, so. Oh, they always do, Kathina, always. In VR, I was removing the night vision while I was doing the pulse wave scanning, because I found in VR it made the colors, the yellow and these asteroids stand out a little bit better when it wasn't being interfered with night vision. Now, I'm not sure about this one because I can see some of the rock, like it's not dense enough for me not to see some of the. Let me see if I can explain what I'm talking about here. Right, so when you pulse wave scan this, it's not dense enough. You can still see grey areas around it. You see, it's not dense. So this is not going to be a Mother Lode asteroid, but we'll put night vision on anyway and just have a little look. It looks like it might yield something, but it's not going to be Mother Lode. The easiest way to see these patterns is in the dark side. So I tend to do that. Just flip to the dark side and see if there's any fissure patterns on the asteroid. And this way, if you go by fissure patterns instead of any other method, you're probably pretty much guaranteed, at least this way, not to waste any prospector limpets. I haven't wasted a single one in 2 days. And you will only find, by the way, you will only find void opals in ice rings. Don't go looking for them in rocky rings because you'll not find any. Okay, that one is not going to be. I don't think so anyway. There are certain shapes. I think there's about 3 or 4 different shapes, if I'm not mistaken, of asteroids that are blow-upable. But anything where it looks stretched, like this one I've got in the middle of the reticule, where you can see that it's like long, if you know what I mean, like there's long bits on it, it looks stretched. They are not going to blow up. None of those are. Let's have a look at this one. I don't want to get too deep into the rings, but that one looks fairly dense to me. But it looks a bit small as well. Let's take a look at it nevertheless, and there's 2 on my right. Now it's nice and dense, but it's not showing up any bright red areas like before. But we'll have a look anyway. My collector limpets are still surviving, but whether they last a distance or not, I don't know. I thought that might be one, but it's not. So yeah, night vision on, lights off for this. Keep your lights off. It tends to be bright enough inside here. Is that one? I don't think that's one. Don't worry about me smashing into asteroids, guys, because I do it a lot while I'm mining, because I'm using the main thrusters to get around sometimes, and when I'm using the main thrusters, yeah, I tend to get a bit overzealous on the speed, so you will see me nose diving into a few asteroids a few times. Let's have another look. Now, where's those two that was on my right? Are they still... I have to try and remember my orientation. Let's try and do it this way. Well, let's have a look at this one. This looks nice and bright. The chances are I think the Mother Lode asteroids do have surface deposits on there, but that's always a good first sign. That looks dense enough, but it doesn't look red enough. But let's see. Alright, so now, Alex, you asked me how to get a Mother Lode asteroid. Right, well, this doesn't look like it is one, but you see that surface deposit there? Well, right behind that, you see that growth pattern. I don't know what we can call it. I said it looked like moss. You get that pattern behind surface deposits. Well, you're looking for that pattern on this asteroid, but you're looking for it where it hasn't got a surface deposit on it. So you're looking for that kind of effect, but without the surface deposit. And once you see that, it's a Mother Lode asteroid, but you'll need night vision on in order to see them clearly. And that's how you do it. That takes out the guesswork of how to do it completely, because it's just simply observation. So I'm just going to boost and carry on. Might take a while before we get the next one. So how much did I say I'd made? 30 million on that asteroid we just did. So another couple of those. No, I like that one. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I don't know whether this is the shape we want. What I've been doing is taking screenshots every time I come across. I didn't do it just now. Every time I come across a Mother Lode asteroid, and then the idea this isn't going to be, because it's got those long shaped affair. And then I was going to just look at these screenshots afterwards and see if I could find a pattern of asteroid shapes, and train myself to try and pick out shapes as well. I know we had some bright ones around here, but they seem to change their minds sometimes. See, this one, it's dense, but it's not filling up. You can still see grey areas on it, so it's not quite enough. But I will check it out anyway, because if I do come across a void opal asteroid, I certainly don't want to miss it if I can help it. I'd rather be cautious and check it. So onto the dark side, no patterns. There's not even any surface elements here, any surface deposits here, so that's no good. But yesterday I was 200, what am I talking about, 200? Yesterday I was 2,845,000. Now I'm 3,000,000,007, so that's 160 million I made yesterday. And that's with, oh, hold on a minute now, 160 million, and that was from last night to this morning, so that would be, I think that's 4 Mother Lodes, but one of them failed to yield because I went over, I exceeded the maximum, and so instead of getting like 20, I only got 4 plus some of the surface deposits, so it was a very bad yield. Very bad. Optimum really makes a hell of a difference. But maybe we should test out the exploit sooner rather than later, because that way we can, if we go and cash this in, I'm just wondering whether the station I dock at will have what I need. I think it should. Maybe we should go and do that. And go and cash this in. Because I'm not seeing anything I like around here at the moment. We can always change the instance. Let's quickly check this guy out. Yeah, I found the Python great for mining because I've got 144 cargo on this. Obviously you have to put limpets on, but I think that's plenty for a mining run before you go back. And if you are going to decide to hold your ship here and re-instance the game, I'm not saying you should or whatever, but if you do, and you change game modes and go from private to solo or whatever mode you're in to another instance, be careful, because the moment you do that, you are going to generate some new NPC pirates, and they will be after you. So chances are, if you re-instance, you're going to need to get the hell out of there. Unless the ship you've got is pretty capable. I can take down the smaller ships with this thing, but if there's anything like a deadly crate or something like that, I'm not even going to try. Right, this hasn't got any patterns on it whatsoever. Yeah, the Asp is a great starter ship for this. Python I would elect to have on top of the crate instead of the crate, because the Python's got an extra slot, which when you're doing this is invaluable. This is why I'm in the Python and not the crate. Otherwise I would definitely have gone for crate for mining. I would love to have built a crate mining ship, but an extra class 6 slot is a big deal. I'm not even remotely interested in that one, I don't think. I'll do a quick fly past, but I don't think it's going to yield what I want. No pun intended. Actually, yeah, pun intended. Yeah, it's got something there, but I have found myself using flight assist off a few times. Yeah, it's got surface deposits, but it hasn't got fissures. Not at all. Yeah, this is a lovely mining, and the mining ships, guys, are the easiest ones to build because they really don't require you to have, well, nothing does, but I mean, there's the least requirement here to have engineering. You know, if you want to maybe increase your frameshift drive in order to jump to different places a lot faster, you know, for selling and stuff, then you can do that. But apart from that, you don't really need to engineer anything. I probably would elect to engineer some. See, look at that, it's not even dense anymore. I'd probably elect to engineer my weapons, because it's always handy to be able to defend yourself against pirates. But I haven't found the need to do it yet. Let's put it that way. And when you come mining, if you got would-be pirates in the instance with you, just wait before you start mining. Just wait for them to scan you and get bored and go away. And if they're small ships, just shoot them anyway. They'll be wanted. Hey, Brot fan. An FDL and a Type 7. Type 7s should be workable, I think. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how many internals you've got there, but Type 7s should be workable, I think. I'm not sure. I've never thought about a Type 7 as a mining ship, but with the new mining, that is. Okay, I'm going to have to put shields up here, I think. Maybe, maybe not. No, I don't. Let's take a look at this guy. No, I mean, it looks alright, but it's not bright enough. It's like... I'd be surprised anyway. I'm not seeing any surface deposits, let alone any fissures. Maybe we should cash this in and then just do a small tweak to the ship. My Python is currently only outfitted for Mother Lode asteroids. It's not meant for, it can't do subsurface at all. It's not outfitted for that. I'm only here for the Mother Lodes. Alright, we have some weird stuff going on there, but I don't think this is anything to speak of. I would say not. Right, where's the planet? I've lost it. There it is. Yeah, that's another thing is that the Python is also great for mining, because if it so happens that particular day, the place that's going to give you the most money for your mining stuff is on a platform, if you've got any large ship, you're not going to get it landed. So where the Python could just land anywhere. So right, surface deposits are on here, but it doesn't look like it's a fissured asteroid. It wasn't even anywhere bright enough. God, do you remember when I started mining in the beta? It was like an alien world, and I was just frustrated with it. I'm getting quite to grips with it now. Now this looks like a hot potato. Let's have a look. Oh, I might need to nose it. There's no like red spots on it or anything. It was this one, right? I do lose my way. It's not bright enough and it's not dense enough. You really need to. You'll get to realize that it's only the really dense ones and the really bright ones that are yielding anything. See, we've got surface deposits there, which is fine, but no way is that going to have marks on it that we need. No. Now, what did we spot up here? Okay, I'm just going to try this looking left and right. Okay, we know about you. I don't know whether that's one I already looked at. That one is one of the long asteroids. It doesn't look long, but it's... yeah, that's not going to yield anything. Yeah, core mining. That's where the big money is. Big money. You have to endure this part of it, though, which is the gap between finding a fissured asteroid and finding another one. But if you spend 40 minutes, 45 minutes looking for the next one and get another 30 million payout, compared to other activities, you're still doing pretty damn well. Now this one's got a lot of space around it, so it's got room to blow, and it's bright and it's got red bits on it, but how dense is it going to get as we get closer? Well, perhaps. Come on, go bright. See, it's not dense like the first one, remember? Come on, scanner, go away. There we go. Right. This is what I call an almost. Almost. Yeah, we got surface deposits, but there's no patterns on this at all. Nothing. I think I'm gonna maybe cash this in and see if we can get some better payment. I'll try one more. I'm gonna pass on you. I do pass by closely and have a look on the side just in case. Again, easier in VR. Let's find another bright one. I might want to just go a little bit higher up actually. Let's take a look. We got another one. Xenomorph 10. Hey Xenomorph, welcome. Yes, David. That's the idea. Thanks for letting us know, by the way. I've just spent the live stream trying to avoid mentioning it, but cheers for that. Let's have a look. I don't think this is anywhere near a candidate. And it isn't. Whoa. I told you I'd be doing this. Trying to not lose my way. I don't want to lose my shields either. Just have a quick scan here. What was that? Is that one I've just done? No, you don't have to. You can type as much as you want, David. But I don't know if you were here at the start. I was referring to the exploit without actually saying what it was. And that was kind of deliberate. I don't think this is going to do anything. Yeah, but you're fine. I know, but the thing is, I find with Elite Dangerous that when there are exploits or money making, I don't know if it's an exploit, that people seem to be, especially the video creators, some of them seem to be more than willing to part with that information quite freely. I'm probably going to get into something that I'm probably going to regret saying now, but yeah, instead of shutting up about it, it's worth more in clicks and views, but then what happens is it gets nerfed. So, you know, because Frontier know who the typical people are who dish that information out, but you know, if Frontier are saying this isn't an exploit, then let's damn well do it. Otherwise I wouldn't have mentioned it. Let's have a look at this guy. If I'm ever getting near a shield, I'm gonna near an asteroid, it shields up for me. I'm using FA off more times in mining now than I am in combat these days. I think I lost it again. Is it this guy? Come on, Pulsey. Oh, God damn it. Was it? It might have been this one. Oh, it's one of these two then. Let's have a look. Let's have a go at this. I don't think these are bright enough, but I keep getting pulled in. Did I watch the Frontier charity live stream? No, I did not. I didn't watch any of it actually. Two reasons. One, I did kind of forget about it. I forgot to watch it. And two, I think I caught a glimpse of it at the near the end, and I probably missed so much by then. And the other reason was because I'd forgotten about it, I was engaged in other stuff in my personal real life, and yeah, that just resulted in me not seeing it. But I heard they raised a good amount, which is was it 48,000, which is really cool. Yeah, they did raise a good amount. I don't know, can't remember what it was last year that they raised, but yeah, very cool. And if I'm brutally honest, I wouldn't mind if they next year maybe chose a different charity this time instead of using the same one every single time. I'm not saying that that this one's not worthy, of course it is, but there's others, but I get why they're doing special effect, because it particularly relates to gaming, and what special effects do is brilliant, you know, for kids who can't play, or adults as well, who can't play through normal means, that they get to enjoy these games using special adapted hardware, I guess. I think it's brilliant. Okay, I'm getting annoyed at not being able to find another one yet, so I think we're going to go and cash this in and then retool the ship. Oh, Kathina, I thought you said earlier that the abrasion blaster thing wasn't an exploit from Frontier. I thought they'd said that it wasn't one. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have. Well, I would have mentioned it, but I wouldn't have said it specifically what it was. But now that that's happened, you can't kind of take it back. So I need to be on the dark side again. No, not quite. Not quite. So in order to cash this in, though, it's going to take me 7 minutes to get 6 or 7 minutes to get to where I'm going. So that's why I'm kind of keen just to find one more. Hey, Corvus! I tried mining for the first time last night. It was a total newbie. Yeah, it does. When I first did it on the beta, man, I was getting so frustrated. So, don't worry. Even as veterans get peed off with it, but hopefully I can help you out here. So yeah, my finger's on the pulse wave scanner the entire time here. I've just got it down permanent until I'm ready. And 4 pips into engines, please. Let's have a look. This looks a bit dark. It does look dense, but it's dark. Is he going to brighten up? No. It's too dark to be anything. It needs to be like sunglasses. Pass me the sunglasses kind of brightness, really. This pixel effect that they have is a little bit, a tiny bit, disturbing in VR. Just a little bit, I think, for me. I wouldn't like to look at it all day, let's put it that way. But for the most part, mining yesterday in VR, I didn't really find anything to complain about in terms of brightnesses or, you know, too much gamma or whatever it is that people are saying. I'm sure it affects different people in different ways, though. So I can only speak for myself. But I was okay. And even though I'm backflipping in this thing and flight assist off and spinning it round and, you know, giving it this all the time, I'm not feeling any nausea. We're actually at the end of the ring here, look. We're about to come out of the ring because we've reached the end of it. So we've done like 190 kilometers, something like that. So I need to sort of go along the ring's edge a little bit and then head back. But I'm not going to do that fully because it's I want to take the ship back to port. And I did say I was going to go back by now, but I'm going to just put a pip in weapons. I'm not sure whether it's even affecting the pulse wave scanner, but sometimes it feels like the pulse wave scanner's not going off. That's a bright one, but there's no red areas. But this is a mother lode, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. It is a mother lode because I just picked it out as one. Okay. So, shape-wise, well, it's got knobbly bits on it. There's your pattern. That's what you're looking for. Okay? That pattern, but with no surface deposit on it. Take off. Oops, silent running. Let me just put the lights on. Right, so that's what it looks like with your lights on. But I find it a lot easier. There's another one. You can clearly see it with the lights on, but you can do it this way if you want to do it visually that way. But personally, I prefer lights off and night vision. And yeah, these are your fishes right here. You get that pattern and you have a mother lode. Simple as that. I kind of need my shields right now because I'm going to blow this thing up. So, well, I might blow it up. It depends what's inside. So my idea before about getting the collectors out before I sent the prospector out, don't do what I do. I'll tell you why, because if you've come here for void opals and that's what you're searching for, don't bring your collectors out before you prospect, because it might turn out that the insides of this thing just have bromellite. And then you say, oh, I don't want bromellite. And then by the time you've found the next mother lode asteroid, your collector limpets have expired, and you've, in my case, I would have wasted 3 of them. So, yeah, don't do that. All right, so let's prospect this thing and see what is inside. If it's opals, I'm going to be very happy. If it's grandiderite, I'll be half happy. And if it's bromellite, we're leaving. And it's opals. Lovely, lovely. Right then, so there's an asteroid just there, and I'm keen to not bump into him, so I'm just going to move my little self out of the way. Shields are back. Anything below? No, we are good, because we're right on the edge of this ring, aren't we? So it would be rather unfortunate to bump into something here. Now, people have said, oh, yeah, mother lode asteroids, there's going to be a big space around them, give them a chance. Well, there's no space here, guys. As you can see, this is very, very close to this one. Look at this. So it's not necessary that you need to look for asteroids that have got lots of space around them, because clearly this doesn't need a lot. Shape, I don't know. You can, yeah, I don't know if you can go by shape, then you're pretty cool and smart, because I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, so let's go into the fishes, and we have high strength ones, which are good, as we can get it done quicker. But I don't want to fire on one that is anywhere near the... Hold on, I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. I don't want to do anything that is going to mean I have to go around behind that other asteroid, because that's going to be a nightmare, especially under a time limit. So I am keen to avoid these. So let's pull the nose up, get in a bit closer at the same time, dip down and see if we can lay this one on. And you see how bright it is already? This is why you don't need your lights. Alright. That did not go. And the actual reticle filled up there, which is very rare. I think when you have to, maybe you have to be a certain distance for it to work. Who knows? Right, I'm going to try and be where I think the asteroid's going to be. This spinning thing is absolute nightmare. Oh, I've got another asteroid right there. Did we get that? I'm not even sure how accurate that was. I have no idea how accurate that was. Right, so spinning round with a bit of forward thrust to keep the distance. I'll try and put the reticule where I think it's going to be when I leave go. There it is. And we have a low strength. No, I'm going to miss that. I'm not going to go for high. We got any average? Yes. Oh, this might be a bad idea, because I might have to go for average and then low. Oh god, this is not good. Do not bring an anaconda into something like this. Okay, what are we looking at? Average. Oh god, it's already disappearing. This is a particularly quick spinner. Okay, we got it. Don't ask how I did that and got optimum yield, because that was just nuts. Okay, so cargo scoop is open, collectors are ready. Detonate. So power to shields and back we go. This is going to be nice. It's going to blow into the asteroid above it for sure. Oh, look at that. It lit up the asteroid on top. Still lost a bit of shield there. Okay, now we're going to zoom in. Or get further in and just stick the belly up and let the limpets do their work. All the dust. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 we got off that one. So not plus the ones that the limpets have got. So let's see. Should we say maybe 20, 19, maybe 20 there? So if you do 1.66 million and multiply that by 20, this is another 33 million. So that'll mean that we've made 63 million from these two. And yeah, we've had to wait in between finding the next one, but still. Right, let's have a look. So we're going to target these X ones now, and the abrasion blaster. Oh really? Did it not? Was it not able to get in? Do we have any left? Yeah, I'll put another one out. Right, let's see if we can fire these off. No, I need to be just a tad higher and a tad more accurate. I have found with these, with every piece that comes back from the limpets bring back, is roughly about 90%. So if you've got in your hopper, in your refinery, if you've got 10% void opals and it brings one back, it can refine the entire thing. Am I looking at the wrong thing here? Hold on. Let's do this. That's it. What was this one? This is the one I had? Yeah, it's 100%. It is ready. There we go. So, I officially term this the Rusty method. I've seen other people's asking on the forum how to detect mother lode asteroids, and I haven't specifically seen this, you know, night mode, and but I've heard similar, but probably wasn't the first one to find out. But we did discover this in beta, I think, didn't we? Oh, keep the belly free. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, there's one right there. That's going to be fun. Oh my god! Look how close that is. Look at that effect. What's that all about? It's actually going inside the other one. Wow. Okay. This asteroid, yeah, you see, it's moved apart and it's clipping the other one. See if we can see that better with night mode off. Yeah, they're actually, one is a ghost asteroid. It's not real. Any more? Yeah. Quite a couple, quite a few, quite a couple. That's not really a sentence, Rusty boy. All right. So if I was to find one more of these, I will have made enough money to build an A-rated Mamba. Ooh. That is on, probably next on my to-do list actually. Let's get this guy first. Deliberate ram there because I needed to stop the ship because he's right there. I probably could have scooped that myself. Alright, let's get the other one. So there's 2 left. And then we'll see how many we've got in the hull. And if anybody wants to calculate the amount that I'm going to get, you're quite welcome to. I'll tell you roughly what I think the price is going to be. It might fluctuate, of course. And one more. These ones are already, because of the graphic, you can see the icon there. That's because it's in transit, or going to be, picked up by the collector. I don't know why I was going to say drone there instead of limpet, because I think because the headlines have been full of bloody drones, these idiots at Gatwick Airport. Is that here? Yeah, it is. Right, I'm just going to put the belly where that is so the collector can pick it up. In fact, I think my collectors have run out. And I may just decide to pick this guy up on my own. Not going to bring a collector out just for this one. Unless, of course, I have some serious trouble picking it up. In which case I may need a collector to do it for me. Oh, it's there. Okay, well, maybe we can swing it this way if I go down. This is going to be a tight one. Let's try like this. Alright, we're done. So, we have 31 void opals, and according to Inara, if I go to commodities, click on void opals, click on best sell. Some of these have changed a little bit, but I'm not quite convinced. The one that I used to go to, Kiri's, still sells at a fairly decent rate. It's not the highest price, but I have been to a place that Inara said was the highest price, and it was nowhere near. So I'm going to go to where I know. So we're looking at 1,659,877. 1,659,877 multiplied by 31, 51.4 million. Well, 50 million. Not too bad. Alright, let's go and cash these in because I'm going to do the naughty. Oh, you're welcome, Corvus. I hope it's helped. Yeah, it's just a case of recognizing them, and then once you recognize which ones are the mother lode asteroids, then you're good to go. And the only thing you need is the abrasion scanner and the seismic thing in terms of what you're going to be shooting at it. I haven't brought the subsurface thing. What is it? The dispersal missiles, whatever they're called. Yeah, I've got my initial weaponry on Vive Group 1 in case there's any little pirates around. Then the abrasion blaster, pulse wave scanner on that one, and a detailed surface scanner on there as well. Oh, I just got on Corvus.
Great mining lesson. You're the best.
Aye, Corvus, man. Yeah, thank you very much, man. I always know when that happens because I get this great big red triangle in my right eye on my monitor. Right, rectangle, sorry. Thank you, Corvus, and yeah, Merry Christmas, mate. Much appreciated. Wow, look at these rings. Wow, that looks awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Corvus. You're so generous, man. I got no words. I ran out of those words like a long time ago, so sorry. But yeah, you know. Oh, well, I hope you make millions. So I'm going back to a system where I know the price is good. Okay, it might not be the absolute best price, but it's the best price right now is only slightly more than here. So it's Keres, whatever, and guess where we're landing? But we've got massive choice here. We can land on the sun, which is not going to be healthy, or Derrickson's escape. Oh yeah, by the way, watch out for interdictions. They tend to be decent ships. This is an elite Verdelance, so not really. Don't really want to tangle with him. So cruising speed then into the blue, which gives me the most agility to try and escape this, which I'm sure I will. And then we need to leave. I do not want to hand any percentage of my goods over to these guys. Definitely not. Thank you, Corvus. I will let them know. Hey, Hibiscus. And MUH Optics. Yeah, Paynite. Paynite. Remember when Paynite was the in thing? Hey, wow. These new, I call them like exotic materials, I guess. They're really doing pretty well. Alexandrite is fairly good. Musgraphite is pretty good for payouts as well. My ship's going to get hot here. Musgravite also, I don't mind if the temperature runs over a little. Musgravite, I don't know how to pronounce the other one. The second most lucrative one, which is benoitite or something like that. Beyondite. I had no idea. And of course, low temperature diamonds also come into the factor as well, but void opals right now is the hot seller. Yeah, Inara really is the place to go to find out where to sell the best. It's such an amazing tool that it is a tool. I know it's just a web page, but it's literally a tool. Beyond tight. Yeah, that's it, Alexandra. Alexandra's written it in the thing. I don't know how to pronounce that. Benoitite. See if I can get a bit more fuel here. I was desperately lacking in fuel there. Despite the loadout on this ship that fitted for mining, I've got a pretty decent sized fuel scoop on it. It does the job for sure, but I have overheated on the way here, so I think my modules, I've got a couple of modules that aren't 100%, but I am not worried about that in the slightest. Yeah, that's the one, Alexandra. Benoitite. If you can't find void opals, that's the one to go for, I think. Yeah. Gesundheit. Yeah, you can mine that as well. It's not to be sneezed at. I don't know where that came from, sorry. I'm not going to mention it. Oh, I'll tell you what else I'm hearing, guys. I don't know if any of you guys have been mining and can confirm this. You know when you jump into these systems and they annoyingly tell you that you found 6 or 7 belt clusters, you know those? Apparently, from what I hear, I've not had it confirmed yet, but from what I hear, you can get easily found deep core fissured asteroids inside those belt clusters. I don't know if anyone's ever been in there and got one. There's not very many to be found in these things apparently, but it's not like a ring of a planet. But I don't know if that is true or not. I heard mention of it, but whether it is true that you can get destructible asteroids inside a belt cluster, because you tend to find in some systems you may have 7, 8, 9, 10 belt clusters, which would mean that they're quite close together, and because there's less rocks in there, they might be easier to find. I mean, I really don't know. I really don't know. I've never been to one. But if that is the case, I think that would be quite interesting. You probably heard my phone go off a few times. It's because my sister said she would message me when my dinner would be ready. But the live stream comes first. I will eat afterwards, so it'll have to just be warmed up. Such is my loyalty to you guys. Oh yes, Sunday lunch. I must be crazy. I'll manage. Right, so here we are. Kiri's TV series, Kiri's. Yeah, I'm going to go with Kiri's. Hibiscus, made a Python miner uncorker. Yeah, definitely. Definitely go for it. Thing is, doing this mining, it's not, it doesn't feel grindy at all, you know. It's not like, yeah, I'm not going to inhibit my thoughts here. I'm going to say what I want to say. These passenger missions at Robigo, okay? Yeah, they make decent money, right? They make decent money if you're allied and you can just take them up from Robigo to Sothis and then come back. But they're being put out as money makers that make you 100 million an hour. Exactly, of course, it's always exactly that amount. But that activity is a grind. It's a grind because you're just grinding the same crap over and over again. You're waiting for passengers, you're putting them in, you go to Sothis, you come back, same again, repeat. Mining's kind of repetitive in a different way though. There's more interactivity there, there's more to do. You've got to line up your shots, you've got to get the yield right, there's more skill involved, so it doesn't feel as grindy. And yet these people who engage, I'm not saying everybody, I don't want to alienate people, but a lot of people who go into these 100 million an hour I was going to say exploits there, but it's not an exploit, into these activities are people who ironically are trying to get money quickly because they want to escape the grind. And I'm thinking, you not see the irony in this? You're trying to not do the grind, so you're instead doing some grindy stuff, which is now fine because it's making money. So the grind's okay as long as there's money involved. I think that's where we're at, right? But mining makes decent money, and I don't find it grindy at all. Because, like I said, there's skill involved. You have to... There's many things you have to do, especially if the asteroid is spinning fairly quickly. It becomes a... yeah. But you guys know what I mean, right? I've done the passenger missions at Robigo, and 2 or 3 goes at that, and I'm thinking, God, just get me out of here. So yeah, but if you want to make money, Robigo's a decent place to be. right now, mining is. I don't. If mining makes less per hour, although I don't know why we're gauging it per hour, but if mining makes less per hour, I'm fine with it because I find it more enjoyable by a long way. Yeah, that's true, Rick. Rubigo is great for materials as opposed to the money. And every time I've been to Rubigo to do the passenger missions, it's never ever been for the money. I've always gone for the materials. Every single time I've gone for materials, especially when before the 3.3 launched, because I was um, I was wanting material stock up ready for the inevitable fact that I would need to do some more engineering. When I got the hold on, when I got the when I got the live build, I knew I was going to be engineering ships, particularly the Corvette, which I did. I knew I was going to be in for that. So that's why I did that. At no point did I take the big money, ever, in Rubigo, doing passenger missions. Right, anyway, commodities. But I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the only reason I'm doing this is the money. No question. It's only for the money. Let's see what we do get. Can we break 50? Yeah, 51.4 million from 2 Mother Lode asteroids. Not too bad. 25.5 million each on average. It's not too bad at all. Right. Into outfitting we go then. Trading runs for the materials. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, if you pick up like the missions which offer you like exquisite focus crystals, modified embedded firmware, biotech conductors, you can trade those down. They're all nice big grade 4, grade 5 materials, and I find those more valuable. However, I am in a position where I can say that because I've got 3 billion, so I don't need 2 million here and a million there. I don't need that. I can get that anytime. Materials are more valuable to me right now, so I'm not really not interested in these, you know, cash cows. I want material cows. Right. We're going to forego then. I have to remember that I'm going to leave my weapons here. Okay. I'm going to go maximum and see what happens. So let's see what happens because I'm going to feel a little bit of guilt doing this. But I may only just do it the once. I don't know. I'm quite happy with the profit I'm getting from the way we're doing it right now. Yeah, Rubigo's still good for modified embedded firmware. I did see a video recently mentioning no names where for some reason they were telling you to go to Rubigo mines, and I didn't really see the sense of that because it's a platform, and I can't land my beluga in Rubigo mines. I need to go to the station there, and I'm always going to go to the station at Rubigo because it's I can get more missions in because I can land a big ship there. I don't really understand the reasoning. Anyway, so we have now 3 large hardpoints, and oh, please be there. Okay, so we have an abrasion blaster, so let's buy that. And in this one, we're going to put an abrasion blaster. Let's buy that. And this one, Now in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a abrasion blaster. Now this is going to require a little bit of rejinking. I know I've got this as turreted, but this acts as a fixed one anyway, unless there's a multi-crew. All right. Yeah, exactly. Materials are really the big thing because that enables you to do all your engineering, and that's your engineering gives you flexibility in what your ships are going to be capable of, which in turn allows you to do more stuff. Like for example, this mining, I've got to do 6 jumps to come and hand this stuff in. Where if I didn't have engineering on this ship, I didn't modify the frameshift drive, it would probably be 9, 10, 11 jumps to get here, and it would be more of a pain in the rear thrusters. Alright, this is going to be fun. So, where is my abrasion blaster? There. So, I'm going to rejig this to there. I'm going to leave that one as it is because I don't want to mess up with my original fire groups too much. So I've got my weapons stored here. Now we've got 4 abrasion blasters. So what else is on with this one? Detailed surface scanner. Okay, the abrasion blaster was sharing with the pulse wave. I'm going to carry on with that. That's easier. I'm just going to wipe these out. There we go. That's it. I'm more happier like that. Alright then guys, so the idea being when you come to do the abrasion blasting on the surface deposits that are inside the asteroid, if you shoot it with 4 abrasion blasters instead of 1, the idea supposedly is that 4 deposits will break off instead of 1. So you should, if you can get the convergence right and you can hit it with all 4 at the same time, because that's going to be a thing as well. You also, what are you doing? You also have to have all 4 hit it, I'm sure. But the more lasers that hit the deposit at the same time, however many hit it is however many you're going to get back. So you'll therefore make a lot more profit. I definitely see this as an exploit, and you don't normally see me on stream at least doing exploits or condoning them, but partly the reason why I'm doing this right now is I want to see for myself what the situation is. So we are now in exploit mode, and I realize I'm passing this information on, but it is public knowledge already if you know where to look. And for me, the sooner Frontier sew this one up, the better. But they'll be having their pigs in blankets and walnuts right now, so it might not happen for a while. They've also left us with a game that freezes from time to time, and one where the servers shut down from time to time. I've had adjudication server error today. Nothing in the stream at the moment. It's been stable, which is brilliant. Just get out a mass lock and we'll go back and find a mother lode and see what happens. Yeah, the exhaust nozzles. That's a space shuttle-y thing.
All clear. You're clear. Resume own navigation.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dave. They've got to be hit the tag at the same time. I might get, on some occasions, I might get 2 of them hitting instead of 4. We've got to be a lot more precise with the targeting. Maybe it's a skill thing, I don't know. Maybe you can see it as a skill thing. So yeah, I've got 3 fixed abrasion blasters, 1 turreted. But the turreted one will not be acting as turreted. As I said, it will be a fixed weapon. I think all my mining tools on this ship have been turreted, because if I ever get a multi-crew, somebody wants to come in and do the mining, do the shooting for me while I fly around, that will be nice. Yesterday was terrible, Jeff. Yeah, hi Barticus. Now, usual time, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Sundays is now my time, or plan to be. I was actually going to come on earlier. I was planning it for about 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. So it would have been even earlier, but didn't work out that way due to real life stuff. But yeah, because that way I could have finished in time for dinner. This way I'm getting a warmed up dinner instead. But yeah, yesterday had a few crashes on this. Well, not crashes, but the server going down on the Frontier, and adjudication server, matchmaking server, both of them. And one time I had to wait, I think it was about 10 minutes before it came back up again, and then it went off again, and it was I'm not going to say it was intolerable. It was okay, but it was inconvenient is what I'm going to say. It was definitely inconvenient yesterday. It was just not good at all, especially when I'm on my way back to try and cash in all my lovely opals, which are definitely made to make my mouth water. That's a UK advert reference there. That should have been the title of the live stream, actually. Void opals made to make your mouth water. Some would have got it, some wouldn't. You've got to be old. You've got to be at least middle-aged to know that. The new update has been sketchy on the server side since release. Yeah, it has. Day one was obviously, everybody had to tolerate day one because it was the way it was going to be. You know, it was a huge build going live. Servers always melt, they always do. Having said that, the chapter 4 release was the worst one I've experienced. So I'm guessing that means Elite's getting more popular. It was a total disaster. Absolute disaster. But it settled down after, a week? It did take a while, didn't it? Christ almighty. And even now, we're getting the occasional server crash and freezes. I've had a freeze this morning of about, 10, 15, 20 seconds perhaps? 20 seconds. Nothing so far. The stream so far has been bang on. No problems at the moment. Yes, they do indeed rent the service from Amazon. And what with the Christmas rush, everyone's clicking and buying and adding. I think every time somebody adds a big order into their basket on Amazon, we get a 30-second delay here. Can you imagine? I'm pretty sure they've got dedicated servers, but they must have some serious power over there. Not enough, obviously, for us. I didn't think Amazon were in the business of renting servers out. Did they buy too many? Oh, Alexandra is off to mine. Well, there you go. Couldn't wait. And I don't blame you, man. Right, here we are, Delcar. So, Delcar 9. And yes, once you map a ring around a planet, it is persistent, probably for the entire life of your career. Oh, careers! Yes, guys. Because Elite Dangerous currently, I think is still the case, on Steam and on their website, the full Elite Dangerous package Horizon Season Pass Commander Deluxe package is £9.60, which is just stupid money. I bought a third account. I don't know why yet. I think I bought it because it was cheap. £9.60 for the full Elite Dangerous package is... it's like you're stealing it off them. So I stole a copy for £9.60 and I have a third account. So what I'm going to do with that yet, I don't know. I haven't even decided on a commander name yet. But I'm sure it'll come into operation at some point. I may only use it for testing or just for having a disposable account which I can wipe the save of anytime I feel like it. I don't know. Maybe when there's a new update for chapter 5 or whatever the hell they're going to call it, I might do a wipe there when the beta comes out and then just try it. I don't know. Don't know. But I wasn't going to turn my nose up another account that I didn't need for £9.60. Oh, and I bought Space Engineers as well because that was on sale at Green Man Gaming. So when I went to purchase it, I got a bit of a discount. Plus I put in their code, which is GMG12. GMG12. That got a further reduction, and I ended up buying the full game of Space Engineers for the massive amount of £4.86. So I bought it. I don't know whether I will play it too much or whatever, but I'm willing to put £4.80 in there to find out. But yeah, Space Engineers, £4.80 or something on Green Man Gaming. I have yet to install it, but at least I have it. Alright, so we are now in range. Oh, guys. Low temperature diamond hotspot. That pays. That's the second best paying thing. I think low temp diamonds beat Benonite or whatever it's called. Does it, or does it just sit underneath? I can't remember which is worth the most. One of those two is worth slightly more than the other. That's great to find that one though. Brilliant. However, we're going back into opals. Yeah, if you go to Inara though, you will find low temp sells for slightly over 1 million at some stations too. Right, there's one here that is a tiny one. I'm going to go back into the one that we went in last time, which is this one. Okay, so I've slightly overcooked it. I might risk a bit of damage here if this thing doesn't slow down in time, and it doesn't look like it's going to. Yes, it is. It's caught itself. Fine. Here we go. Thing with this is it's kind of in the dark. If you look, if you go into combat mode, you see it's kind of dark. But I'm not too bothered about that. I quite like the fact that it's dark because in night mode, which we're going to be using anyway, it makes those patterns on the asteroids stand out better. So I'm quite happy to be in the dark here. I wouldn't mind if it turned to night, if you know what I mean. If the shade came round and darkened the whole area, I'd be completely happy with that. Because it doesn't matter anymore now about being in dark areas, which is kind of a shame. Because I remember used to going into Hazreses on the dark side, and it was always hazardous, and you had to be very vigilant to see what was around you. In night vision now, you don't need that skill anymore. Okay, Corvus. Yeah, enjoy it, man. I think, Corvus, if you look on one of my previous mining videos, a recent one that I did, I may have the build of this Python in the video description if you need any help there. Okay, so let's take a look at who the pirate is. He's okay, but it's not him I'm concerned about. It's the jelly guy here. But I don't have the weapons to take him out. I got rid of those. Whoops. Right, analysis mode. There's always like a, you know, someone's been here before you explosion. Right, so, oops, that was a mistake. Just got a limpet out there for no reason. Right, let's pulse and see what happens. That limpet's wasted. So I'm going to start heading towards the planet first, I think, so I can keep my bearings. Anything around? Yeah, don't know. Might take a look at this one. It's not bright enough or dense enough, this. What's going on here with all that stuff? All those target reticles. Oh, because the abrasion blasters. I see. Okay. It's on the same group. Right, so night mode is on. And that's not going to have anything on it. I'm fairly certain that. Pretty good at relying on my gut instinct here sometimes. Yeah, I do prefer it darker if possible. That's a lot of reticles on the screen. On the screen, it's a little bit messy, but it's okay. Very easy to rearrange the fire groups, of course, but I think for now I'm fine. The pulse wave doesn't even need a reticle. It's wherever you're pointing the ship. Right, this is not going to be one anyway, because as you can see, it's one of those. It looks like one that's been stretched. Do you know what I mean? It's got that stretchy look to it. It's like on the horizontal axis there, it looks long, same as this one here behind it, and same as that one there. These long stretchy ones, they're never going to yield anything, no matter how bright they light up. By yield anything, I mean they're not going to break apart. They're not mother lode ones. Let's check this guy out. It looks dense enough, but I don't know if it's bright enough. We'll have to see. We are in the dark here on this side. Whoops. I should have stopped firing the pulse scanner earlier so that I can see. This is not going to have anything. I'm not even seeing any surface deposits on it. No, I don't think so. Is that a... No, it's not. No, it's not. Alright. Let's get ourselves above. Hey, Fatini! The dinner will be in the dog. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, we've had a little issue with one of our dogs this week. Little Riley. Well, little. He's not little. Big Riley. He had an injury this week, so he's had to go to the vet. So the next week or so, he's wearing one of those lampshade cone things around his neck. Poor guy. We think it was possible that Merlin did it. Soft Merlin. He normally doesn't fight back, but I think this time he had enough. Riley had a little nip at his heels down at the front gate, and Merlin just decided that he wasn't going to take it this time, and he pinned Riley down. Riley's heavier, a lot heavier than Merlin, but Merlin just got on top and pinned him down in no time, and we think he just bit into him. So there's a 1.5 inch hole in Riley's skin where you can literally see inside him. So he had to be taken to the vets and stapled. And now, poor guy, he's on antibiotics, and yeah, he's had a bit of a rough week, but he's okay, he's managing. Little Riley the border collie. This python used to be called Riley, and now I think that honor goes to my vulture. Wayne Hutchinson. Yeah, you said the dinner would be in the dog, yeah. Yeah. They wouldn't do that to me, would they? Okay, I'm not even sure why I'm scanning this one. I was pretty sure from the outset that this wasn't going to be one. I think I would I think I'm confident enough to say that any asteroid that has fissure marks on it, let's say, also do have surface deposits on them. I don't think I've come across one that has fissure marks that doesn't have surface deposits visibly on them. I don't believe so. There's another long one there on the right hand side by the info panel. There you see it's kind of stretched out. No good. No good. They're never going to work. Let's get above here. This part where you're scanning, where you're pulse scanning, works so well in VR. Simply by the fact that you've got more to look at around you, like that one. Whereas here, without VR, if you don't look around, you might miss it. Let's have a look. Maybe track IR would work on this. I don't know. Track IR is kind of weird though. I haven't used that in a long time. I do have it, but I don't find it particularly useful. I did quite enjoy it in VR yesterday though, mining. I think I did it in the beta. I think so. I'm not sure if I did. I really can't remember whether I tried it in beta or in VR. Ooh, now this looks bright enough. Is it dense enough and is it red enough? Well, it's definitely dense and it's nice and red. It's not quite hot coals, but is there any surface deposits first? And also, is there any fissures after it? Oh, it's not looking good. Oof, God. Oh, by the way, you do need shields. Yeah, I'm going to turn the lights on because the night vision's not working too well in this particular one. So I'm visually looking for those cracks now, but I'm pretty sure this doesn't have anything. There's not even a surface deposit there, so that's out. Alright, let's start pulsing. I'm desperate to find a mother lode one now because I really want to test out this abrasion blaster thing. Exploit. Yes, exploit. If you fly like me, don't expect to last too long in an unshielded ship. Although I particularly so yeah, my track IR, I think it's track IR 4, but it's that concept of turning your head so the view changes, but you've got to keep your eyes on the screen. So when your head's to the right, your eyes are to the left, looking at the screen, and you look like a lunatic. Nothing here. Four pips into engines, I think. Where's the planet? There we go. Although the way I fly, it should be 4 pips into shields, really. There's not a lot lighting up here. Again, I'm going to remove night vision just to make that a bit clearer. Ooh, hang on a minute. Did I spot something? I'm not sure. There's surface deposits, but I'm not sure if I spotted the patterns. It looks like possibly that this is it may be. Come on, I have to come round here. I hope not. I hope it's not a blow up one. No, it isn't. Whew. I'll tell you why, because it's a fairly quick spinning one, so I was hoping it wasn't going to be. Unless Frontier are deliberately making the mother lode asteroids spin a little bit quicker to test our skills. Yeah, exactly, it would need to be an owl. Oh, I wouldn't want to, yeah, turn your head to the right and put your eyes to the front. You get eye ache after half an hour of that. See, there's the stretchy ones, look, lighting up. Come on. This is the most boring part of mining, is searching it out, but again, there's a, I'm not going to say a skill to it, but there's a technique to it. And I'm not going to say I've mastered it yet, because I certainly haven't. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like that one above. That one looks nice. Not this one I'm heading towards. Look at that. You see the difference? Look at that one above. Top one. Look at that. There you go. That's what you're looking for, guys. Those. These ones are okay, but I don't think they're never mother lode ones, those. It's got surface deposits on it. But this baby? Hello, mama. Oh, wow. It doesn't mean it's going to be mother lode though. But whoa, that's got rich pickings on it. If it isn't mother lode and you just want to use, yeah, it is. See that pattern right there? There it is. This is a splitter. And there is the pattern that we're looking for. Looks like a guy with big arms, long legs, like Slender Man. See a stick figure in that? He's broken his right leg there. Yes. Okay. Prospector limpet, away she goes. Cargo scoop open before I forget. Target the limpet. Yes. Yeah, does it have a close neighbor? Let me just have a quick look at how close I am to this, because I think around me, around my ship, I'm kind of okay. I've got quite a decent amount of space there. But yeah, there is one right there behind it. It is close, isn't it? Wow. Okay, well, we're going to detonate this, and let's just see with the abrasion blaster exploit what the yield's going to be. So this is strictly for scientific reasons. So high strength, good. Let's go for those. And you see how bright that is. I really would wish the lights were off. Now 900 meters away is definitely on the other side. So we're going to get in closer, and we're going to go up and round it. Python's great for this. Nice, agile, fairly quick. So you can really visibly see the fisher there. Alright, so let's, and it's barely moving. So if I fail on getting an optimum yield here, then there's something wrong. Nailed it right in the middle. Bullseye. Another high strength one. Running out of time is always an issue as well. I haven't run out of time over the last couple of days. This one couldn't, this is the ideal asteroid because it's barely moving. Let's go for another high strength. Where are we on the meter? Yeah, go for another high strength one. Let's build that. We'll build that detonation yield up to a fair lick before we start going for the smaller ones, I think. Alright, now we're getting some blues, so I want to go for an average or a low strength. Don't want to do another high one, just in case. Let's play the conservative game. Okay, so 2 bars only. Bingo. Optimum yield. Right, let's get the hell out of the way. Switch to collectors. Got 40 seconds still to work to do our stuff. Right, how accurate we were with the abrasion blasters, I don't know. Hi, Jonathan, or Commander Wiggles, Mr. Wiggles. How are you doing, sir? Right, I'm just going to let this run its course now. I won't detonate ahead of time because we're already ready to do that. And then we'll see what the abrasion blaster does. And here we go. Now then, inside the refinery we have 44% void opals. So the first one that comes in is going to refine that easily. We'll just wait till they're bringing them back. Okay, let's check this. Now look, 44%. As soon as one comes in, it's going to be quick because two's coming in here very quickly. Look at that, 34%. So that's 90%. That's a bit less. That's a bit less. That was about 70 something percent, I think. They are all three out there working, aren't they? Yeah, there's some more coming. So void opals at 18. This will get refined now. Look at that, 88. I think that was either one. No, that was two that happened right there, right? Yeah, because it keeps switching bins. But you can see how much percentage you get. I'm not going to target one to let you know because I'm going to lose a limpet. Let me just try and get a bit closer so the limpets don't have to do support. I'm not doing the abrasion work yet. I'm waiting till all of this is done. Oh, using main thrusters there. See, there's the fishes, you see. Let's see if we can break that one off while we're here. I've got to come... Yeah, there he is. Now then. We need to hit with all of these. So I'm just going to adjust my distance and see if I can get all of these reticles lined up, if that's even possible. Can we even do it from here? There's three. Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what we can do. Did multiples break off there? I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it. Even hitting it with two will be fine. The only way to find out, of course, is to let the collectors finish collecting, which is what I was trying to do. Ooh, mama. I have noticed, no matter how deep I get into these blown up asteroids, my temperature doesn't do what it did in the beta, which is go down to which is go down to 0%. I'm going to try it from this much closer distance. I think, did we only get one there, or? Yeah. Maybe it has to be done from a greater distance. I don't know. Well, it can expire. I don't mind that one. Does anyone know if there's a distance thing to this? Oh, great, I'm just backed into an asteroid or something. I'll tell you what, I could do with a rear view mirror. Although they'd probably make us engineer that as well. Let's have a look. Alright, let's just do one quick thing here. Go into fire groups. And disable the pulse wave scanner. Right, so all of these reticles now are... I don't know what the out of range distance is on these things, but to get them to converge, this is probably perhaps not the best ship to do that with. I'm guessing 2 broke off there, unless I've got no limpets left, and I do. I do have limpets, so maybe 2 broke off there. Temperature down to 8. I've had it down to 7, I think, 7 or 6, and then that was about it. But it's still the case of no, not that one. It's still a case of that you can go into silent running and stay there for free. Yeah, the convergence, I'd probably need to be a lot further back. But then they go out of range. It only works with equidistant hardpoints. Yeah. I think it is going to depend on distance, so the Asp Explorer then, but then you've got that compensation thing, haven't you, where the Python can carry more, but if the Asp breaks off more, is it going to compensate for itself, you know? Is it going to work out the same? Hey, tiny red fox. I think I might have got 2 out of that one. Right, I've got 3 left. Let's wait for these 2 to collect and see what happens. I don't mind if I'm breaking 2 off. Quite happy with that. We'll just have this one brought back. Collector limpets, how are we doing on those? Right, I've got 2 collector limpets out at the moment. So let's click on this one and see what happens. I know in the beta I first started mining with the Anaconda. I certainly wouldn't want to bring it round here. I wouldn't want to be going deep in like this with the Anaconda, it's just nightmare. Yeah, 1 on that one. Okay, I'm going to try and be a bit more distant on the next one then. Which is always... Oof. Okay, I'm going to target this guy first. I'm not quite sure when the reticles are lining up with each other. Those 3 that look like brackets together, I'm going to try and maintain those. Nah, 1 again. I don't know, maybe either I'm doing it wrong or maybe it's... I must... like you say, it's the ship. Yeah, Fisher Price. Didn't I do that joke last time, Gathena? Fisher Price. But yeah. Yeah, Fisher Price. Brilliant. Right, let's go back a bit and see if we can get a bit better convergence on these. We know there's only 1. This last one left. Yeah, we only got the 1. I'm quite happy with the 1. I mean, it's not worth giving up my weapons for because I have had to shoot down a couple of pirates. So come on, get this thing delivered and let's see what we got from it. Are you done? No. Still getting delivered and... Oh. Right, so we got 14. That's not great. For a good yield, you'd be in your 20s. I got 20, I think I got 23 or 28 once. 23, I think it was. So 14, that's about 20 million there. 20, 21 million, something like that, I think. Just in my head. Asp. So the... oh, wow. So if the Asp does it from 800 meters, then yeah, for sure I've got to be even further back. Ooh, 3% heat. Yeah, I'll have to be even further back. Alright, well... I think I'm going to need to re-enable my... where are you? Right, let's just do one more then, I think. Because I think you guys know the score now, for those that didn't before. I wonder if there's any rules, or if it's just random, on how close it can be before you find another one. You know, this doesn't look deep enough. It looks like it's only got one coat on. Well, it looks like it's got one coat of paint, where the detonatable ones looks like they've got about 2 or 3 coats of yellow and red on. This has got nothing. That's nothing. Yeah, the ones that detonate really are different. They shine so bright, so dense, and they've got lots of red. 14, that was a little bit disappointing, I think. But I'm not going to turn my nose up at 21 million. Goat man. Goat man. How you doing, goat man? Oh, Andy asked earlier, am I going to do a Christmas Day stream? I don't know. Probably, I'm going to say probably not. Not on Christmas Day, because I think most of you guys are going to be with the family anyway, or forced to be with the family, depending on your situation. I don't know. So I don't know what the audience would be on Christmas Day, to be honest. It might not be worth it. Boxing Day will be Wednesday, won't it? Boxing Day is a possibility, but don't hold me to it. But yeah, we'll maybe see and do one. I would like to try and fit a live stream in between Christmas and New Year. That would be nice. Before the end of 3304, he says, not wanting to break with immersion. This has got nothing because there's no surface deposits. So because of these mother lode asteroids, I'm wondering how many people are actually going to be wanting to be out mining for the subsurface stuff. And, you know, just poking around with a mining laser and a abrasion blaster, when you can just spend a little bit more time flying around but picking out a mother lode. See how that's not like it's got half a coat of paint on it? You see the difference? This is not one. But until I'm 100% sure of these things, I'm just having a quick look round. It only takes a second. And then I'll eventually come to the realization that they never yield anything, so I'll stop looking. Commander PD, how you doing? Yeah, I hope you guys are all well, all gearing up for Christmas. Have you all got your Christmas presents in? Mine's all done. I didn't do the typical guy thing this time and leave it till Christmas Eve. Whoa, that's a strange effect that happens with the limpets sometimes. They're in front of you and then they jump back. I wonder if anyone's going to get anything elite related for Christmas, like I don't know, some hardware like a joystick or something. Now here's one that's close to another. It's not bright enough, I don't think, and it hasn't got enough coats of paint on it. This, excuse me, this yellow paint, this yellow overlay that they've put on here. No, this is nothing. Hasn't even got any surface. This is why another bumping into things like this. It's another reason why doing it in VR is helpful, because you can constantly be looking around, left, right, up. You're a lot more aware of your surroundings in VR than you are on a monitor, and it does make a difference. I don't think this one's lighting up too brightly, but sometimes as you get closer they do appear a little bit more dense, but I don't think this is anything. Where is the hotspot anyway? 184 clicks that way. Maybe I head back in that direction. Don't know it now. Wrong shape. If I can get one more, that would be nice. Because then I know exactly what I'm going to do afterwards. If we get one. I mean, that was so obviously obvious. So obviously obvious. So that was so obviously deliberate that I rammed it. Couldn't be bothered to fly past it and then boost turn. So it's just this bit in the middle which you have to endure. These look like they look like you've got a load of marshmallows and just scrunched them together in your hand. That's what this shape looks like. Is it this one? Oh, I'm not sure. No, it's not this one. Yeah, there's one where it looks like cylindrical shaped marshmallows. I think about 6 or 7 of them all scrunched together as one. Oh, you got some vinyl stickers. Ah, cool. Lacorn. Well, if the other one's Falcon DeLacy, you've got a decision to make. Let's have a look. I don't think any of these that we can see in the vicinity are anything useful. Surface deposits, yes, but I don't see any Fisher Price points. No, there is nothing. So, you see, without knowing, I would have prospected that one, and I would have wasted another limpet, but I do not have to do that anymore. No more wasted prospectors. Collectors, perhaps. A lot of them get wasted by stupidly hitting rocks. Here's the thing, though: if a collector limpet's on its way back, and let's say it hits the wall of an asteroid and blows up or something, what happens to the material that it's carrying? Does it get dropped and then another collector will pick it up, or does it blow up at the same time as the limpet? I'm going to guess it's blowing up at the same time as a limpet, right? Because if you smash into one enough times, it's going to the integrity is going to go down. Another collector goes after it. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Well, that's surprising, actually, because I know that sometimes you drop into USSs and you have materials out there that, you know, if you keep ramming them or hitting them, the integrity of them will go down. Well, if it's not the case for these, then all the better. That's a false positive. In other words, I was positive, but now I'm falsely positive. And this one looks like a false one as well. Yeah, a nice bit of agility there in the Python. Not with only 2 pips into engines. Let's go for 4. I think my shields are by Weave, but I'm not sure whether they're engineered or not. If they are, it's only because I had one in a storeroom or something. I didn't. I haven't engineered the shields to my knowledge, to my Gorgonzola hole, full of holes memory. I don't recall ever doing that. So these shields are just bog standard, I believe. Oops. Meant to go into flight assist off mode there. I didn't quite catch it in time. Okay, so we've got surface deposit, but I think that's probably about it. These asteroids can be quite bright. So using the ship's lights is another viable method to find the cracks, as I showed earlier. I think they do stand out pretty well with the ship lights on. Come on, let's just get the one more. I'm going to be very picky now. I don't think these ones are going to yield anything. They're nowhere near the brightness we need. But I've edged along the rim for long enough now, so I think I can head towards the actual center. That's nice and dense, but it's not quite that deep, dark red that you normally see. However, that might be around the other side. I'm definitely going to be looking at this one. Let's see if it yields anything at all. Oh, not at all. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It's a dud. Yeah, a prismatic would be pretty ideal in this actually, because you don't necessarily need it to recharge that fast, but you can take a damn good hit with it. Yeah, prismatic would be good, but you're not doing anything super high speed. The worst case scenario I think for this is boosting point blank range into an asteroid, and I think if you can survive that with 2 pips to shields, which I don't know whether you I don't know whether Byweaves will do that. Nah. Basically I'm looking for surface deposits first, because if it hasn't got those, I think the chance of it having fissures is zilch. Now we got a couple here. One to the right. This one looks juicy too though. Now I've got one to the right of me, but I've got to try and maintain my position so it's still to the right of me, otherwise I will lose where I am. So I'm going to go up and down instead of round. This hasn't got any surface deposits on it that I can tell. And I'm going to try and now go down. I'm going to rotate against its rotation because I can get to see more quicker. No, nothing. Well, that's not one. I don't think that was the one either. There it is. Ooh, nice big red juicy one there. Oh, now these are very good potential fissure breaking ones. Oh, not seeing anything yet. No surface deposits. Oh, it looked so promising. Oh, really? No, nothing on this, guys, nothing. But my god, this lit up really well. You see, it's that secondary lighting, that secondary lights. It kind of, how can I put it? They kind of light up initially, and then they light up again. If you notice, they do light up twice. It's that second one. It's not noticeable from a distance, I don't think. But I get the impression that it does it twice. See if I can make it make it happen on some of these. It doesn't always happen. There you see, you get like the pattern changes. 1, 2, off. And usually on that second pulse is when it shines really, really dark red and bright yellow. I just got a transport mission to... Yep, that's... You must be allied then, if you've got 50 million. You can do that on your own, it'll take a bit longer, or you can do that in a wing, and whoever you wing up with, you'll each get paid the 50 million. It won't be split between you. So yeah, get yourself in the biggest transport ship you can afford and go for it. Now then, I don't think any of these that are lit up are going to be any joy. That one at the top, I'm not even going to look at. The one on the left is lit up a lot more than the one on the right, so we're going to go and check this guy out. I don't think it's enough, but we'll see. Looks like some hot coals at the moment. Okay, so it has surface deposits, but I'm not sure whether the shape is right. We're going to ram it again. I'm not quite sure. We've got the pattern there, but it has a deposit on it. So no good. Let's have a look at the lights. Night vision's really, for the first time, night vision's really not doing its job here. Nah, no cracks. Nearly got one in my hole there. Right, lights off. Pulse scanner on. Trying to head towards the void. There it is, 166. I hope I don't have to wait too much longer, guys, because I know it's not the most dynamic and entertaining part. Would you have to pick up 2,000 insulating membranes? Wow. Well, you need to consult Inara or something to tell you where the best place is. Unless they're providing them for you, are they? Because that'll make life a lot easier if they're providing the membranes and you don't have to source them. Yeah, mass locked. I didn't really want to go into Super Cruise. Oh, so it caught my eye there. No, false positive, was it? Looks like it. First one's not on my hit list. Second one, no, neither. They're nowhere near bright enough. Come on. Again, I don't think so. I'm not spotting surface deposits. I'm not seeing any fissure patterns. I couldn't really get any closer to it. This is a bit big. I can't see this. It'd be great if it did, but I really just don't see it. Great big super huge ones giving me like 100 tons worth. That'd be lovely. So yeah, the thing with the abrasion blasters then, I think if you get an asp and you want to have a go and you can be bothered, I don't know what the asp can hold in its cargo once it's been outfitted for mining. This looks like one of those squashed marshmallows shapes. Yeah. This is kind of what I was referring to. It looks like a clove of garlic, actually. But maybe that's just in my head. 96. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 96. I would have thought it would have been a bit less if I had to guess. Well, I can haul 144, but that's not a realistic figure, of course, because you always got limpets on board. But it's not doable. You can put 144 into this. Obviously, using your limpets. I was collecting stuff during mining a day or so ago, and I collected so much so quickly I had to actually dump 10 limpets to make room for it. Crazy. I got a really good yield on a asteroid, and yeah, I didn't have room to put the stuff in. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to engineer this pulse wave scanner to make it not necessarily more far-reaching, but more, I don't know. I was going to say powerful, but it's not strictly what I mean. Just the ability to, yeah, I guess light up, the correct asteroids but you can see them further afield. Doesn't necessarily have to scan further, but instead of some of the distant ones being faded, it would show you what it would look like close up on an unengineered, oh my god, on an unengineered version. Wow. Try to say that 10 times. Let's have a look at this guy. It's close in next to another one. It doesn't look quite bright enough yet, or dense enough. It has got surface deposits, but that's probably why it's showing up bright. Oh, I love this Python. It does move really well for a mid-sized ship. Excuse me. Right, now, again, just surface deposits and nothing else. If I had to choose, I'd probably bring a vulture with a trailer. That'd be the that would be the ideal one, right? Can you mine in a sidewinder? I don't know. I have asked about that before, but I think you can probably, I don't know. It's got two hard points, right? So you've got your abrasion blaster and your seismic launcher. Then you've got a pulse wave in the utility. So you can get the tools in, I guess. But then you need a refinery, you need a collection limpet, prospector limpet, definitely you need. You don't need collector limpets, actually. Forget those. You can just pick them all up manually. Collector limpets are ideal, but... And then it is the question of how much can you fit in. You wouldn't even... If you blew up one mother lode asteroid in a sidewinder, you wouldn't get it all in, I don't think. Would you? Would there be enough room to fit it all in? Oh, I'm not going to be searching out here for too much longer, guys. Another 5 minutes, I think. And as I say that, do we have anything on this? No. God. Does creating a new instance help? Does it reset the asteroids and put them all in different positions? I think a T-10 would be another good mining ship if you can afford it. Because A, it's got the internal space, and B, it's got enough hard points that it can defend itself very well. But as you can see, a Python here is more than enough. But a mining sidewinder, oh, I could do that I could build that in Coriolis. I'm not sure it's possible. I think possibly the first viable mining ship is probably going to be maybe a Cobra. I'm not sure. But if I had to bet, by viable, it depends how you define viable as well. Like, can you mine in a sidewinder? Yes. But is it practical? No, not at all. Yeah, convergence is horrible. I mean, thankfully, if you're using multiple weapons at the same time, but you're not doing that in mining, are you? I think the first viable ship for mining, probably, I would say, would be the Asp Explorer. But I'm definitely picking Python. And at a stretch, an Anaconda, which Anaconda's obviously better because you can get more in. But who's going to sit around here and load up 200 plus? Because that means you've got to find about 8 or 9 mother loads. You'll be here for ages. Oh man, this is getting really... Right, I'm going to find one more bright one, and whether it is or it isn't, we're done. But this is just... oops, I'm going back the wrong way. This is just a sample of what mining is really like. Alright, let's get a couple of boosts under our belt because we've already been this way. I don't think that one on the... No, not convinced that one on the left was anything. The blown up one on my right. I don't... That might be the one I did, it might not be. Yeah, Crate and Phantom are... The reason I haven't mentioned those is, as I said before, is that the Python is the same except it has one extra class 6 slot, which counts a lot, I think. I think that's a deal breaker between... Like, I would always pick the Python over the Crate and the Crate Phantom. Always. For mining, because of that fact that it's got one extra slot there. I can't see what advantage the Crate would have over the Python. But in terms of viability, yes, Crate is definitely viable. And we have one here, guys. Here it is, the last one we're going to do. So I came out here from a nice empty space area. So let's go back there. And it looks like we've got a fair decent amount of room around this one. It doesn't look a particularly big asteroid. But let's see how far away we are from it. And we're going to do that by sending out a prospector limpet. Yeah, you'll notice my Python's back into speaking English now. Oh, did I send the wrong one out? I did. I sent a collector out. Okay, no problem. Right, so we'll see. See how many meters that thing has to travel. 6, 7, 8, 9, 940. Right, material content medium, core detected, void opals. Alright, so we know now we need the collectors. I'll get those out. Right, cargo scoop is open. Let's go and plant some seismic charges, shall we? Right, low strength, not interested in that yet. Low, oh, there's a high one. Let's do that one. Right, this is the one because it was 900 meters away, and that's exactly how far the prospector had to travel. Oh, nice shot. Another high strength one, I think. We can afford to do that. It's around the other side, I think, but no problem. We've got space. Okay, so this is another look at look at the shadow with the limpets underneath. Ooh, that was a bit off. Did I miss that? No, it's placed. Oh, I've got a feeling I missed that badly though. I don't know whether that affects the detonation yield or not. Oh, that was a bad shot. Let's see if we can somehow fix it. Okay, I'm going to go for the other average one now if I can get it. There it is. 43 seconds, come on. Oh, that was badly placed as well. Optimum yield, God, yeah, okay, fine. There must be a nice degree of flexibility in there. In terms of accuracy. Right, I'm just going to let it count down on its own because there's plenty of time.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
And here we go. For the fourth time, is it? Very nice. Off you go, my little collectors. I'm going to start getting closer so the collector limpets can deliver their goods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. 19 tons. So 19 tons, 28 million, possibly. 28 plus the 30 we've got in there, which is going to be, is it 30? No, that was before. That was before you had 31. But for 15, so 14. 14 before. I'm trying to work it out. I really don't know what this is going to end up as. I'm going to guess in the 40s, perhaps. One, two, three, four, five, 6 to be picked up. Just waiting for those to come. You can do your abrasion blasting now, of course. But I'm quite happy just to hang on. Hey, Rick and Ricky! How you doing? Oh, yeah, hope, yeah, 80, well, we had 80 people, 79 now. I hope all you guys are, well, I'm not going to say enjoying it, but I hope you're learning something from it, maybe. I didn't think the day would ever come when I would be showing mining. Okay, no valid collection targets. The only ones that are the invalid ones. They've still got that flashing on the side menu, eh? Look at that. Add void opals to ignore list. That's strobing like crazy, that is. Right, so I'm going to try and maintain a fair distance.
Collector limpet expired.
That's probably because it's been trying to follow me around. Okay, so I'm gonna go from let's go far out. Now they're out of range, so we're gonna just come in so it's in range. Yeah, they're definitely not all gonna hit their targets. In fact, I don't even think any hit their target there. Whoops. Well, let's just get them all broken off, shall we? I think I might need to get in a bit closer for this one. I'm not bothered about the effects of multiple abrasion blasters. As long as one hits the spot, I'm happy with that. See if I can get that from here. I can. That one's right on the edge. Might not be able to get that, we'll see. Yeah, we can. Okay. Not too bad. Some pretty good target practice there. Right, a couple more. There it is. Like a pimple, isn't it? Just on the rock there. Oh dear. Come on, Pips.
Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch.
Ran out of capacitor there. I think, is that it? Two more. I don't know whether we lost one earlier. Oh, well, we lost a limpet anyway. And finally, this guy. Just stick really close and just wallop it round in between. Keep the belly exposed so the limpets don't whinge. Let's just back it up a little bit. Alrighty. Once that one's collected, we will have 27. Well, that means I got less from that one than I did from the previous, because I got 14 and this one's only yielded 13. So 27 then by 166 million, 44.8. So it's going to be, yeah, I said 40, 44, not too bad. Alright, let's go back to Kerry's. Shouldn't it light up by default? Into Kerry's then, into Derrickson's escape. Which is, now that you've called it that, we know where he is. Poor Derrickson. Right, now it's got to find a way out. Right, let's go and cash in, and then we'll spend some of our hard-earned cash. Commander Totally Dead and Jules. Hey Jules and Commander Totally Dead. Hope you guys are doing well in this festive period. So I think we're 6 jumps out, maybe 7 now because of the weight. I don't know. 6 still? Okay, we're good to go. So yeah, you see I've only picked up 27. So if I had a hull of, not a hull, a cargo capacity of like 200 or like a T9, if I had like almost 500, I'd have to be out there for like a couple of days before I filled it up, at least. And then imagine getting caught going back, getting interdicted and blown up or something in a T9 with 400 plus tons of opals. That, if that wouldn't make you rage quit, then I don't know what would. Yeah, if I was carrying that many and I got blown up, I think I wouldn't play the game for a few weeks. Oh, why's that? What happened? You had to self-destruct. Wing mining, yeah. But you get wing mining missions, Samant. Is that not right? Yeah, be interesting. Each person in the each member of the wing going out looking for mother loads and just, you know. But do they have missions to collect the exotic stuff? Like bring me back 500. Well, maybe not 500. That's a bit heavy. Like 120. Yeah, void opals. I couldn't think of what the word was. Void. Yeah, bring me back 20 void opals. 120 void opals, and then we all just have to go out and get 30 apiece. Phew, that would still be a nightmare. Yes, but those new miners, those new commanders in the Anaconda's duels won't have a damn clue how to fly them too well. So I hope they're not in open play because they won't last too long. And anyway, the Anaconda isn't really the pinnacle now, is it? I wouldn't have thought. Just a ship. It's seen as some kind of status symbol, I guess, among the newbies, but it doesn't impress me. Get yourself an A-rated cutter from your ill-gotten gains, and then try and fly it through a mail slot without your shields on. Even I clench going through a mail slot in an unshielded cutter, and I've done it a few times. It's that moment when it gets caught, you know? It just gets caught in the slot and you've got to figure out which way to move to get the damn thing out. And you know you're racing against time before you're going to get yourself blown up by the station for blocking the mail slot. Man, that's adrenaline right there.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's one of the highest buzzes you can get in the game, which is kind of tragic, really. Yeah, and flying like a cutter or something, that's a whole different experience altogether. Just simply down to the inertia. You know, in the smaller ships you don't really notice it too much. Anaconda, you notice it a bit, I would say. Or maybe I've just got used to it. But yeah, get yourself in a cutter and the inertia is really, and the beluga as well. Yeah, the beluga. But I think the cutter's probably got the biggest inertia there. Alexandra, you're back. 40 million. Oh wow, well you're welcome, man. You've made more than I just have, I think. Oh no, this is a 48 million I've just done. So was that 43 million? Was that 2 mother loads that you found? That sounds like it came from 2. But yeah, you're quite welcome, Alexandra. I'll send you the bill. No, glad to help, man. Glad to help. This was in your Python? Did you say you took a Python out? I reckon he's gone back into the game. He's going to do another 40 million. But oh, yeah, 2. Yeah, no, that 2 is 2 sounds about right. But yeah, the mining's got plus and minus points. Like the minus point obviously is pulse waving through the asteroid field while you are trying to find your next mother lode. And once you've found it, it's the next bit which is pretty good, and it's that skill of, well, if you want to call it a skill, I guess there is skill involved, of you know, putting the seismic charges in to get it all to the optimum yield, and then flying around, maneuvering around with your abrasion blaster, chinking off the other bits and pieces. And then of course there's the inevitable profit at the end. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. Okay, just that ship went right past me really quick, and I thought he might want a piece, but he looks like he's not facing the right way. No, he's not. Definitely not. So it looks like we're going to get back unharmed. Loot! Hey, Loot, how are you doing? Yes, this is more than a jump away, this one. 6 jumps. And then we're going to cash in. What am I standing at the moment? 3,000,000,058. Plus another 48. Lovely. Lovely. Might even get to 3.1 billion, which will be just what I need in order to buy an A-rated Mamba. And well, mostly A-rated. To do that and stay on 3 billion.
Mike Alpha Romeo, the Federation welcomes you, Commander. We'd be happy to serve you with escort. Approved for access. Please land on pad 38.
Look at the inertia there, see? I just generated some. Look at that. Oh man, it's pulling down. Oh my god. Yes. So even the Python, you know, can generate a fair bit depending on how you know, maneuver it. It was pulling down there like crazy.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
And then you get ships like the Vulture, where they seem they've got no inertia whatsoever. Because as soon as you take your, well, to coin a phrase, to take your foot off the throttle, it seems like it just stops dead, almost. The Sidewinder and the Vulture are both really quick at stopping. Oh, I never do talk the Python down. It's one of my favorite ships in the game. Python and Anaconda are my favorite ships, I think. Just simply down to the fact that they're both versatile. They're the 2 most versatile ships in the entire game, I would say. Yep, I would definitely say that, quite happily. Okay, so I'm not going to buy any more limpets because I'm not going to do any mining now, so I'm going to take out what I do have. Sell those back. Right. Whoops, wrong way. This could do with speeding up a bit, couldn't it? There we go. Right, 8,888 credits. Better in my pocket, mate. Better in my pocket. Right, carries. Now you'll notice here that they can't fit the full amount on. This column isn't quite big enough. But we should be in for about 40 and a half, something like that. Oh, well, there you go. Almost. Okay, so 3,102,000,000. Nice. I think the Mamba A-rated at the prices I get it for Coriolis says 83 million, so I reckon we're looking at 75 perhaps for me to do it. Apple strudel and cream. Oh god, lovely.
Detach is good. You are go for
Oh
departure.
man, now you maybe want to go out shopping. Apple strudel? Yeah, very nice. Oh, come on, man. Right, we are now flying home. Where are we? At the top. I put Jameson right on the top. And we are
All clear.
4 jumps.
Resume own navigation.
So, let's go and buy a Mamba. Para bailar la Mamba. Por ti seré. Right. This has been my first Mamba in the live game. I had one in the beta, as you know. And there's only one thing you can really do with a Mamba, I reckon. Unless anyone's got any... oh dear. Yeah, didn't have focus on the screen there. Unless anyone knows different, but I think the only thing you can do with a Mamba is fit it out for combat, really. I'm not sure if it's useful for anything else, but I'm going with a slightly different loadout on this Mamba. But, of course, it's going to need engineering. Oh my god. I'm not in any rush to engineer it, but I will outfit it right now. But engineering? No thank you. Not today. It was enough. I'm still getting over the Corvette rebuild, and that has yet to be tested in the field properly. That will be coming. Yep, I've heard that, Fatini, that the Mamba's not all it's cracked up to be, but I guess it depends what your expectations were going in. I mean, I think Frontier initially said it was going to be one of the fastest ships, and then they stoked it down a little bit, and then they tweaked it back up a little. Now they've changed the heat thermals again, which I agree with, by the way. I don't know what the thermals are like on the Mamba, but if they are a little bit tricky, the ship gets a little bit hot, I'm good with that. I am very, very good with that. I don't mind a little bit of a hot running ship, depending on the weaponry you choose and the the outfitting you choose. So you don't get like a full kind of freedom of choice of weapons unless you've got heat sinks and whatnot. And I like that. Oh, well, why would you say that, MUH Optics? You have to recognize that they crashed it because it was just user error. Almost bordering on the incompetent, I would say that was. It's not it's not anything to do with the ship. The thing with the Mamba for me is the inside. Definitely best cockpit in the game by a mile, and you'll understand that if you have it in VR. It's brilliant cockpit, unbelievably good in details. Yeah, and all these new ships have got really good cockpits on them. The crate is the same. It's got that old look with wiring coming out, and there's a lot more detail in these newer ships' cockpits than there is on the older ships, to the point where I believe that some of the older ships now, the Eagles and the Pythons and the Anacondas, need an upgrade. They need to have their interior sorted. to make it a bit more, I don't know, detailed, put a bit more stuff in it. Tea's made, coffee maker, whatever. I mean, the Mamba's got a spare suit hanging up, hasn't it? And even the guy's lunch is in there somewhere. It's got a storage container which you can actually get to in VR. You can go down the ladders in VR and yeah. Best cockpit, honestly. Best cockpit by a mile. Hey, I got my first subscriber of the day. Morrisester. Thank you, Morrisester. Man, it wasn't that long since we topped 4,300. There's another 25 already. Now, your name should come up on the last subscribers list. It might take a little while to update that, but if you are watching, it should pop up on the last subscriber. Alright, let's disengage in 3, 2, 1. Doesn't put us any closer to the door. Yeah, green on the right, so let's flip it round. We are speeding a little bit through here. Yeah, positioning the Python coming in at speed is really nice and easy to do. It's quite compliant. Very cool. Right, so 3102. Yeah, and as I said, I was at 22845 either yesterday or the day before. So 300 million ish. No, 257, isn't it? Million, something like that, in mining in a couple of days. And that's in a Python. That's just in a Python, so I think that's fine. And the last subscriber has now updated. Took a while. I don't think I've got any cartographics to hand in. Yes, I do. Let's hand that in here. Why not? All right. Let's go and buy a Mamba. I don't know how high up it is. There's the Phantom. What is the Phantom anyway? 32.8. I've got a... what's the difference between this and the Mark II again? Is it that it has the fighter bay, or is it something else? I've forgotten what it was. Oh, there's the crate. Oh, is it that it doesn't have the fighter bay, but it's more maneuverable or something? Crate 245337. It's a little bit quicker. Jump range. Oh, jump range on the Mark II, 7.6 and 901. Yeah, a bit higher jump range, bit more boost speed and top speed. Standard shields on this, 262 and 396 on the armor. This has got less armor. Shields are pretty much the same. Stock cargo capacity is the same. Hull mass 320 tons. Hull mass on this one 270. Wow, so it's 50 tons lighter. Okay. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. So the crate and the difference is like 7 point something million, 7.5 million ish. And the Mamba kicks in at 49 million. But look at that. There's no ship in the game this kind of shape, is there? Let's get it. Actually, that, more or less, with a give or take a million, that's the same as what that one Mother Lode asteroid got me. 48 million I got, I think. And if I'd got the best selling price, it may have been 48.5 million, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's just a little bit short of a full Mamba purchase. Well, here she is in all her glory. I can't remember whether I bought any liveries for this or if there's any. I can't remember. Don't know. I have to have a look. It looks weird. Let's have a look and see if I did get anything. Yeah, got the midnight black and the gold one. That looks weird. It looks like a novelty lighter or something. Midnight black. I think I would go with that because I'm not a big fan of this red-white stripy thing. It looks too much like an old Corvette. I'm talking about the car. I'm not a big fan, so it's black or gold. I'm going to go with the midnight black on this one because, you know, a black Mamba. I mean, you've got to, right? And Jonathan Tupper. Thank you, Jonathan. And it updated straight away there. No delays. Thanks for your subscription, my friend. Right, let's get some decals on it. I always like to do this first. So where's the triple? There it is. Triple Elite. And until a name is given, there's no point putting one on. Weapon, black ship, gotta be red weapons, and I'm even gonna go with red engines if we have. Yeah. Okay, so red engines, red weapons, black ship. Nice. Nameplate, don't know. Haven't got a name for it yet, apart from the Black Mamba, which is just an in-place one. And oh, I don't know.
Greetings, Commander. This is Victor, your cockpit voice assistant, more commonly known as Kovas. My purpose?
Greetings, Commander. This is Leo.
Of course, it's got to be Leo for this. Right then. Okay, let's get down to the build. I already have it built. Yeah, red and black. It goes nice, doesn't it? Yeah. It was either that or red and blue, I guess. So this is going to be a fixed weapon build. Because I don't fancy the gimbals on this one. It's fast, it's agile, I think, ish, fairly. So I don't want to waste an opportunity here to stick some fix on and try and get some further fixed practice in. So hard points, we'll come to that later. Right. Here I think I'm going to go with and the reason I'm not going to engineer this yet is because it gives me the opportunity to mess around with the build. And once I've cemented the build that I want on this, because it is subject to change, then I'll go about engineering it. It's underneath. I think I want to put a booster there. So I'm gonna have these aerated boosters. I can't tell whether this is on top or that's on top, because that's the cockpit, isn't it, there? Right, so that's on top, so I want a point defense. Not had one of those on for a while. Don't even know if we still need them. But I'm going to put one on just in case. And in this one, we're back to shield boosting. Right, I worked it out that engineered, this thing should have just over 1,030 megajoules of shields, which is, no, it's not agile. Well, it's got some big engines. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't sampled it since they retweaked it, Thumper. I really don't know, but I'm going by the one in the beta. So this is going to be the standard A rating of everything except life support and, in this case, sensors. Don't need Guardian stuff on this yet. I think, let me just have a look at the power output on this. Yeah, we're fine. Well under. And that's with it engineered, so I don't need to look at Guardian stuff. And probably not a good idea to look at Guardian tech on this thing, because if I'm not mistaken, Guardian technology generates more heat. So yeah, not the best path to follow. But I have yet to sample the heat, oops, on one of these whilst it is engineered. Now let's have a look. I'm going to go with the D-rated sensors because when it comes to engineering, I'll be putting on the long range engineering modules or upgrades. So I'm going with the D-rated, and that just gives me a bit of a lighter ship. Okay, I'm staying with the lightweight alloy. I'm not going to upgrade that, just to try and keep the weight down a little. Right, optionals then. No surprise on... Oh, hold on, go back. Yeah, I thought so. Gotta sell this. Right, so no surprise here then. Buy weaves. Yeah, and that's not... You didn't get the mouse in quite the right place there. How are we doing for money? Still above 3 billion, so it is as planned. Right, here, this might change, but I'm putting in a class 4 field scoop at the moment. That might change. I may go for something else later, don't know. And these last 3 compartments are going to be taken up by exactly the same thing. Just what I said I wasn't going to put in. Where are you? And that is some Guardian tech. So we're going with some Guardian shield reinforcements, because these are really handy if you want to start shield tanking your ship. Oh, wrong one. Although they probably should be in there. But anyway. Guardian shield. Not strictly a shield generator in and of itself, but shield related stuff, I guess. Alright, so the current integrity of the shields, 414, is that right? Yeah. Oh, finally I got to the back. There you go. 1036. That's weird. Because that's exactly what Coriolis says. It must be then that my engineering on this doesn't beef the shields up any further. Okay. Right, so hard points. They're all going to be the same. And they're all going to be fixed. It might work, it might not work. We will test it in some kind of easy area. So we're going with fixed cannons on this. And how this ship performs right now will not be a bearing on how it performs when it's engineered, because engineering on these cannons is going to change the game a little bit. But for now, it's going to stay stock. This is going to be fun to fly, my god. All those reticles just confusing me. And finally, the last cannon. Right, how wise a decision this is, I don't know. And hello, Chili22. Right, there we go. 5 fixed cannons. Now, I was initially tempted to put the 4 shell on this to push the ships away, but Kathina tells me that I lose damage capability on this because of it, I think. It kills too much of the damage. Now, whether I've got any stored modules that will fit on this ship, I really don't know. I've got E-rated boosters for, but that's not, I don't need those. It's not a bi-weave, but I'm not sure that's, yeah, I could fit that on, but it's only got enhanced low power, so I'm not really into that. Don't think there's anything here. What's the frameshift drive on this? It's a class 4, damn it. Prismatics. No, no good. Pacifiers. Plenty of pacifiers. I do have a class 4, that's not good enough. Power plant, again, class 6 on the Mamba, so that's no good. And class 5 thrusters, so that's no good. Right, frameshift drive. Interdictor, I won't be using one, but I've got 2 here for some reason. Not sure I need both. Which is the better? I'll have a look at those later. I don't think, no, there's nothing I can do here, so this is going to have to stay totally unengineered. And I can definitely see me firing everything at once. And that's built into FSS. That's useless without a detailed scanner, right? Unless I've been to the planet before, that's no good. That's it. Right, there's a Mamba. Does anyone know how much money I had before I started? 3,024,000,000. 3,102, wasn't it? 102 million, I think, down to 24 now. So, however much that is, where do you go to cash in? Oh, I went to. There's only one station there. I'll type it into the chat. There's only one station there, so you can't go wrong. You lose shot speed. That's it. You lose shot speed. All right. So I'm going to go and test this out in a rather easy place. I'm thinking of the nav beacon at Bunda, because then I've got a pick of ships then, of anyone I want, regardless of whether they are clean or not. And it's only 1 jump away. Or is it? No, 10 light years, so it's less than a jump away. You tried CQC yesterday, it was so fun. Good, good. Not my cup of tea. But then neither is coffee. I don't play it on principle, and besides, even without that, it's not my thing. Plus the fact I'd probably get my ass whipped. Whoops, yeah, my fault. But you bloody brake testing me here. Right, so non-engineered, let's not forget that. So she's pushing out 436. Can she go any more? 437. Unengineered. Not too bad. What? What did I miss, Loot? I don't know what I missed. What you unsubscribing for? Yeah, so the title of the live stream will obviously change. Exploration. I'm going to look at another time, I think. Probably in my other account, my second account. Now then. The reason I'm taking a bit of a chance here because if the ship has been geared to run a little hot, me being in a nav beacon, which is in a notably close place to the sun, isn't the smartest idea. I wonder how many pips I'll get away with 5 cannons. Yeah, dropping into Bunda's nav beacon, you are a bit closer than a lot of other nav beacons, I find. Although there are closer ones, I'm sure. But let's see how she goes. Stocks. I'll be taking on some little ships just to see. Dolphin will be interesting. Cobra too small. Fed assault ship. Well, let's see what the rank is. Probably a competent. Ooh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Competent? I can always run, can't I? Well, I got... Oh man, I got one of his shield rings down in one shot. I think I've made him mad now, though. Oh yeah, the pitch on this is crap, isn't it? Oh my god. This is for the flight assist off, guys. Yeah, I've got to remember, I am fixed here. Ooh, the reload time. Come on, pitch. Get some... I should have been in the blues there. My fault. I would have had time to get another shot in there. Ooh, this fixed thing. See, I find I'm having to let him stand in front of me more than I would like while I line up my own shot. Okay, well he's it's not too bad. Oh, I didn't even get one of them on target there. You don't get too much ammo in a cannon either. That's it. He's gone because he smashed into me. Proto lights, I think I'm full. No, I'm not. Almost. What is that grade? 4, 3. Let's just pick this one up dead quickly. Didn't really come here for materials, but hey. If I need to engineer this ship, it's going to have to collect some of its own stuff. Yeah, so I can't see me sticking with these cannons. But yeah, the pitching speed. Let's see what it's like on a boost turn. So let's go 4 pips to weapons, give it every chance we can. Pull up on the joystick and lower the cargo scoop and boost. Oh, that's really bad. There's just nothing there, is there? Right, flight assist off. Oh yeah, she's slow. Notably slow. She's got a nice sound to her though, but yeah, it's heat so far because, oh lovely, because I'm using cannons only, they're not really heat generating. A harmless Type 7. Yeah, I want your goods. One in particular, which I can't remember what it is. Whatever it was I was out searching for the other day. It begins with I, I'm pretty sure. The hell is it? There's something that a Type 7 and a Type 9 drops. You can hear my trigger, there we go. Right, let's see which dropped any. I'll know what they are if I see them. No. I wonder what it was that I was after from a Type 9s, Type 7s, drop them. And it begins with I. It's a material that begins with I, I'm sure. Lots of Vipers. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. Something I was really trying to get hold of. That's it. Improvised components. That's what I'm after. Grade 5. I've only got 2 left because I spent them all on the Corvette. That's what I was after. And I believe hauler ships, haulage ships bring them. Oh, the reload time on this is abominable. Coupled with the fact that me and fixed weapons don't really shake hands too well. It'd be better to just ram the guy, keep him under control somewhere. Oh, pips into weapons, rust. And maybe have some in shields as well. That might be an idea. Oh, he's winged. Didn't notice that. Yeah. I think I may have to try gimbaled. Oh, come on. I'm trying to reverse here. I'm in full reverse. Bloody hell, space rage. Do you think this is wise, sir? Turning my attentions to the Sidewinder, probably not a great idea. Oh my god, there's just no pitch on this. Terrible. And the thing is, you need 4 pips. I need 4 pips into shields at the moment. But then I need at least a couple into weapons, which leaves me none for engines. And the engines on this are terrible. I am going to lose my shields here, I think, but I just want this guy. That's how to do it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Target destroyed.
Didn't drop any. I don't know whether to take on this Sidewinder. Yeah, well, it is unengineered, but I'm not impressed with it. Ah, oh, see, he's buggered off now. Great, and that's great because now I've just put myself so far away. Give the shields time to rebuild. I'm gonna go right past it. And you can measure the pitch rate with a calendar. These are always handy though. I tend to go through the list here when and I look at the higher rated ones first. The higher grades, pick those up before the others. Just because obvious reasons, you can trade them better. So that's grade 2, grade 2, grade 3. So let's get the grade 3 heat exchangers. And this is how I'm picking up my mats these days. And conductive ceramics, another grade 3, so we'll pick that guy up and we're done. And my shields have managed to come back. There we go. Fair enough. Yeah, convergence on the large hard points isn't good either. No. Cannon doesn't give you a lot, so I'm probably going to... I don't know. I was going to say go with a laser setup, but if I'm going with something, it has to be maybe efficient, something that runs cool. Oh, a novice phantom. That's interesting. It's a bigger ship than me, I think, but it's only a novice. It's the reload times on these things as well. Done. I thought that might be an easy kill with his ranking. Anything? Precipitated alloys. Let's have a look. Focus crystals are not too bad. That's a 3. Focus crystals and precipitated alloys. Worth getting. And it looks like, although it's a minor thing, it looks like scooping up in the Mamba is quite easy, which I would expect given its shape, unlike the Fer-de-Lance, which I think is a pain. Oh, focus crystals are full, can't pick up any of those. These are all grade 2s and grade 1s, not really too fussed with those, because I can trade down and fill the bins up on those anytime. Alright, so where are we? Sometimes facing the sun, it's hard to see that cargo image. There we go. Well, we're down to half our hull. It's got me questioning now whether I actually want to bother engineering it or not. I certainly don't want this particular build. Weapon-wise, I'm not happy with the weapons. But I think if you can fly flight assist off all the time, it's not so bad. But for those of us who do not, that eagle looks awesome against the sun there. Oh, he's in a wing with that eagle. I'm not going to bother with that. Let's have a look at this guy. Does fortune favour the brave? I don't think so. Expert dropship. Yeah, it'll drop me like a sack of potatoes, this will. No, let's forget it. I'll leave it. Alright, anyway, so we've been 3.5 hours, guys. I think that's going to be enough for today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it in any way. You know, if you want to earn a bit of money in a decent way, then go and do some mining in something like a Python if you can, and yeah, go and enjoy picking up opals for now while they're very profitable. And I think it's a fair reward for the time you put in. So yeah. If I don't see you guys before, and I probably won't, probably be afterwards, I hope you all have an amazing Christmas, and a Happy New Year. In case I don't see you guys, I'll be on, but in case you don't come back, have a Happy New Year as well. And anybody who's not watching the stream live and is watching it on a rerun, Happy Christmas to you all and your families. And yeah, have the best one yet. So for me, Rusty Dog, I will catch you soon, very soon. Oh my God, Corvus. I wish you'd PayPal that. oh God, Corvus, you're crazy. Man, thank you. Oh man. Right. That's my Christmas present sorted.
Merry Christmas, Rusty. Thank you for all your videos.
You're very welcome, Corvus. Jesus, I should be doing you private live streams. Amazing. I don't know what to say, Corvus. Thank you very much, man. You've been so kind all this year. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Corvus, I don't know what to say, but maybe I'll catch you on Discord at some point and just thank you again. But anyway, have an amazing time. Yeah, and let's see what 2019 brings, or sorry, 3305 brings in the world of Elite Dangerous, what they've got planned for us. And I hope it's going to be what we ask for. I hope we do get space legs. I hope we do get atmospheric landings. I don't see it, but I hope we do. I really hope they surprise us with something amazing next year. So yeah, I'll see you between Christmas and New Year for sure, unless something untoward happens. So until then, guys, have a really, really good time, and I hope you get what you want for Christmas, and be happy and healthy. Bye for now. Thanks, Corvus.